So I want to show you guys what is in my digital sketchbook, aka my iPad, aka Procreate. I have been drawing consistently for the past week, which has been so good. The first half of January is really slow. I feel like a lot of us are in like hibernation mode. We just want to rest. And that's how it's been for me. I didn't make art for a few weeks and then I slowly eased into it. So towards the end of January, I'm always building this momentum and getting back into my creative flow. So before I get into it, I do want to talk about my views on digital art. If you haven't seen my traditional art versus digital art video, I will leave it in the cards for you. I think it's very informative. I personally have been spending a lot of time creating digital illustrations, mainly because of the watercolor brushes that I've been using for the past almost 2 years now. It's seriously the best. It has changed the game for me, and I know you guys are gonna ask questions about it, so I will leave links to the brushes down below as well as the paper that I use, and also my composition notebook case. I will leave it down below as well. Of course, I'm still using my traditional art materials, but I don't use it as often as I used to, mainly because I've been so obsessed with creating digital illustrations. For me, this is the perfect 2-in-1 because with digital art, you're producing less waste, which is so important to me. So with digital illustrations, everything is all compacted into one device. And with the watercolored brush kit that I use, it still gives off that traditional art feel, which I freaking love. So I wanted to have a balance, and I found that, and it's been so fun to play around with. And people are so mind blown because I'm drawing on an iPad, but they see it looks like a traditional watercolor painting. And I'm so glad I found this Etsy seller, because if I hadn't found their watercolor brush kit, I wouldn't have dived deep into digital art. And I've been wanting to for the past few years. And now that I found brushes that really works for me and my art style, I am just so hooked. So you can see why I have been drawing digitally for the past couple years now. Now, I don't think I mentioned this in my traditional art versus digital art video, but one thing that I have been loving lately is that I'm able to save all of my time lapses for each illustration, which saves so much time because before I used to record all my time lapse videos on my camera and it would take up so much space. It would be so tedious to edit. Just with the push of a button, you can record the whole time lapse. So with that said, let's get into all of my time lapses. So this is the second illustration from my Seattle zine. If you guys didn't know, I am putting a zine together for the very first time. I'm really excited about it. So this one that you see right now is of a bakery at the Pike Place Market called Piroshky Bakery. I think I pronounced it right. Yeah, it was my first stop with my cousin. I got off the plane and we went down to Pike Place Market. This bakery specializes in handheld pies, and I remember getting a breakfast one because it was my first meal of the day. It was really good. They also have different types of savory and sweet handheld pies, and the reason why I wanted to illustrate with this one was because of the guy wearing the gold crown. I mean, you know, it's not every day you see a man walking around with a crown. If you guys don't know about this Instagram account called Still Here Still Life, they post up weekly still life drawing challenges for artists. And I think this is my 4th time participating, and it's been really fun. I really enjoy these challenges because it helps me get out of the box more and to try different things, like try out different compositions. Because usually I draw exactly what I see, but I think it's so much more interesting to play around with the photo that they have up and just to depict it in a way that I think is interesting to me. I also enjoy seeing all the different interpretations of the still life photo. Every artist has a different style, which I think is so beautiful. You've probably heard me talk about garden coffee quite often on my channel or even on Instagram, but it's been 6 or 7 months since I've last been there, so I knew I had to illustrate what I got there, which are my 2 favorite things. I usually get the dirty chai with oat, and oh my goodness, they have this pastry. It's a vegan cheese and jalapeno galette. Mouth watering. It was so delicious, and I'm so glad I went back there because I missed my friends and even just the atmosphere. It's definitely one of my happy places. So this illustration was actually the same day I went to Garden Coffee. This was around the Old Town area, and they blocked off one street for like a really small, kind of like a farmer's market. And so I took this as an opportunity to take some photos of random people. So yeah, I just took really quick snaps because we weren't there for too long. And then I found these 2 friends in one of the photos and thought they were interesting to draw. So yeah, the original photo was actually quite busy in the background. So I love that I made the background really simple and more focused on them. And I love the tree on the side. And I really love the color palette of this whole illustration. So this illustration was kind of random. One day I picked up Mady from school, and on the way home, she told me that we ran out of strawberries. So we ended up going to the grocery store and we ended up buying a whole bunch of things. And I just thought it was funny that she was craving such random things. And one of them was pickles. So yeah, I thought it was so funny that I wanted to illustrate it. So yeah, here's a drawing of Mady buying pickles. I honestly thought I would have a hard time drawing this one because of the aisles with all the food, but actually it was much easier than I thought. Every item was a little repetitive in the shapes, so yeah, it turned out really well. So this breakfast I had for about a week. It was so good. I was craving Greek yogurt with my favorite coconut granola from Trader Joe's. Put some agave on top with strawberries. Oh my gosh, so simple but delicious. And this day I actually had some leftover Starbucks coffee, which, by the way, the new pistachio latte is so good. I highly recommend this drink if you love pistachio. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. And if you'd like me to make more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!